So we're at our tree that's beside our house. I'm guessing this is about a gallon and a half, 2 gallons. I checked the tree that was on at the front of the house. It's a very big tree. There wasn't even enough in that one to take the lid off of. It's one of those things I don't quite understand. So you can see, like right now, that's just dripping. Let's do this. Okay, so in this bucket, that particular hose is just a steady drip right now. Okay, so this is the tree that's closest to the house. It's inside our fenced-in region. You can see that's pretty close to a half full bucket. So I'm just gonna get these two started, go collect the rest. So I'd say that's a solid 4 gallons. We'll get that rolling and then collect the rest. All right, so today we're gonna try in this video to get you start to finish of our sapping process. So we have collected sap, gonna start it boiling. I'm hoping in this one video you're gonna see the whole process from beginning to end. First 2 trees, about 4 gallons. And then we've got so first 2 trees, about 4 gallons. And then I've got 2 more trees to check. We got in one of our comments a really good question. When do you tap trees and how long can you tap them for? Now this is only my 2nd year. I'm getting some information from my brother who's been doing this for a number of years. He's to the point where he has like an actual evaporator. We started last year, the very end of January, and we finished up early April from my memory. So we had about 2 months. I'm taking a lot of my knowledge from my brother. He's been tapping trees for quite a few years. He's in a different part of the state where the growing season's about 2 weeks behind us. He usually taps his trees around Valentine's Day. We tapped ours about a week and a half earlier than that because we're kind of just going off our growing season. You get sap when your days are above freezing and your nights are below freezing. Those are your best days, especially sunny days. Today's like high 30s and sunny. We've got 4 gallons of sap and I have 2 more trees to check. When the buds pop, the smell of the sap changes, the taste of the sap changes, it doesn't taste good anymore, and that's when you're done, when the trees start to put out, open up their leaves, put out their buds. So, a beautiful last day of February to be out here collecting sap. This is our silver maple at the top, about a gallon there. A lot of these trees have a pretty steady drip going, so it's possible on a couple of our better trees we may be collecting again before we go to bed. All right, here's the crazy thing. I literally have collected this bucket maybe 15 minutes ago. We've already got at least a couple cups of sap, and both of these hoses are a steady drip right now, so we're definitely going to be collecting from this tree again before we're done boiling today. I've got the burner kind of roaring, so I want to get to evaporating off as much as we can, so we're finishing up at a reasonable time tonight. So we've got enough. I don't quite want to fill that all the way to the tippy top, because when it gets to kind of roaring and bubbling, I don't want it bubbling off the side. Now we do have, just as a backup for when we have a lot of sap, an electric burner, just a $20 plug-in electric burner, that if we have enough extra, we'll plug that in and be simmering off at least some of the moisture. It's not as efficient as the propane, but at least starts to drive some of the water off when this one's full, so that when we do pour it in, it's not the full amount of sap that it was when we started. At least there's some water dripping off, and the concentration of sugar is a little higher. Gets it done just a little faster. Okay, so this is our overflow system. Again, we didn't really want to buy a second turkey fryer, the propane burner. So I think this was around $20. It's just an electric burner, big pot. I've got about a gallon of water, and that will at least get it heated up and start steaming some of the water off. And then when we have more room in here, we'll just transfer it over and turn that off. Or, as I mentioned, we may actually have more sap coming in tonight, so we'll keep you posted. Creepy husband lurking near. So we have two pots of sap going. You go ahead, babe. One's roaring, the other one's just on the electric burner to kind of get it rolling. We're about to the point where that one is down low enough we can add to the other. So Luke's going to take our extra couple gallons and very carefully and gently, without splashing, please observe the precision and the look that I just got. We're picking on my husband. Oh, and it's been requested, I was picking on you about the sweatpants. Can we confirm the age of the sweatpants from that video?
The sweatpants were only, wait, this is 22.
Yeah, okay. Carry
so
the...
Go back to...
We're going to have to
18 years old.
18 years old. Okay, so that's been requested, 18 years old. Okay.
18 years old. Not even the oldest pair of pants I have.
Do you wish to disclose that information now, or are you going to save that to disclose later?
No, I haven't seen those recently, so I'm thinking you shredded them.
I don't like what he's insinuating here. I feel I'm being accused of things. We'll keep you posted.
Well, out here collecting at 7 o'clock, and it would appear probably 3/4 of a gallon in that bucket after you collected at 4.
Yeah, 4:30.
So, since we got that rolling down there, we might as well go collect this
This one and the other one?
tree and our other good producing one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go do that. Got about a gallon and a half.
A gallon and a half, so second. So between 4 and 7, so 3 hours, 2 trees produced another gallon and a half.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Good day.
Get to it. So that one was full to the top, and we added another gallon from our electric burner. Now my lovely assistant is going to add the couple gallons to that, or a gallon and a half.
All right, so it's getting a little late in the evening. Trying to get the girls ready for bed.
homework and book fair and all the other things that go on, you know, with 2 working adults and 2 kids in school and all the other fun stuff. So didn't quite record any footage or anything about, you know, transferring it from the burner outside onto the stove here, but that's where we're at. So brought it in and have it in the finishing pot there. Get it up to a boil, and probably brought it in a little bit too early. But we'll just go ahead and let that finish on the pot here or on the stove for the next probably hour at least, and see what we end up with.
Alright, so the old trusty thermometer is dead, or acting up, or something.
Our hydrometer broke because we have kids.
We're using
Digital meat thermometer that I never thought was accurate, because right now it's telling me that that was 180 degrees. I don't think is correct. As long as you hold the light button in, it won't turn off. I'm gonna put on my mittens.
basically keeping this rolling to see if we can watch you get burnt here.
I got my mittens on.
And that's good.
Like 217 and a half, so it's getting nice and bubbly. We're gonna let it go for like another, probably when that timer goes off. The dehydrated cashews might be done at the same time as the maple syrup.
So it's about, I don't even know what time it is.
10:30.
10:30. So that was, started out as, let me see, I had 6. You gathered another 1.5 gallons, so 7.5 gallons of sap. And a nice full quart jar. So I've mentioned this before. It seems like our sugar content's a little high this year, because it should take 10 gallons of sap to get a full quart at 40 to 1. And that was, like I said, 7.5 gallons.